So a trailer for episode 4 of Gen V has recently been released, and it's safe to say that the episode looks like it's going to be an explosive one, again. With the end of the first 3 episodes exposing the woods to Emma and Andre, and it looking like a bloodbath was going to ensue at the hands of Sam, I thought I'd take a look at the trailer, break it down, and give my theories and predictions on what I think could happen next. So let's get into it. Here is Gen V episode 4 trailer explained. Just to let you know, this video will contain spoilers. The trailer for the next episode pretty much opened up with the shot that we saw during the closing moments of the final part of episode 3. The guards from inside of the woods closing in on Sam's cell and pointing their weapons towards Emma and Sam. The first line that we had was from Dean Shetty, where she said, "I want the whole security team," in which Dr. Edison Cardoso responded by saying half of them are dead. This to me shows that Sam and Emma have most definitely managed to escape the facility, and in the process wiped out all of the guards that closed in on them, whilst also taking out the others that were there in the facility at the time. I think this because of obviously what was said, but also because in the main trailer for the show there was a shot of Dean Shetty standing outside of Sam's cell, with all of the guards lying down in the hallway in what looked like a bloodbath. Dr. Edison Cardoso is considered to be a really talented doctor that works within the woods, and was seen in the opening episodes when Sam was about to have this surgery carried out on him following him escaping for the first time. So it makes me think that he could be the main point of contact in the woods and is the person that's behind what it is that they're doing to the Supes. Something that we don't even know yet. The next line that we heard in the trailer was from Dean Shetty, and it was in response to Dr. Cardoso saying that half of the security team was dead. She went on to say, "Well, use the other half." This shows that even after seeing what happened to half of the security team and the mess that it caused, they're willing to sacrifice the other half's lives in order to get Sam back, showing just how much, 1, they don't want Sam to get away, but secondly, they definitely don't want the woods to be exposed, because if it does get exposed to the public, then there'll most likely be a lot of backlash. Finding out that Supes are being experimented on and kept in rough conditions, yeah, I don't think that would go down well. After this, we then cut to the next scene and we saw that Sam was inside of some kind of house. This could potentially be his family home, as I feel that could be one of the first places that somebody would go to if they just escaped from a facility that they were being kept in. With Sam believing that his brother was alive because of what Emma said, he may have gone back there with the hopes of seeing him. We know that they're close, especially considering Luke was having visions of his brother in the facility and he was looking out for him. Shortly after, it seemed as though Sam destroyed the table that was in front of him. This could be for a couple of different reasons, but I think he may find out that Luke is actually dead, which could spark the anger that's inside of him to come out. In the next shot, we saw on the other side of the table, and we saw that Dr. Cardoso was there and he was with another individual, and it looked as though they were trying to restrain Sam. So I feel this is where we're going to be seeing the events that take place inside of this kitchen and the rest of the trailer. Shortly after this, there was a shot of Andre being thrown across the room and landing onto a wall. This is a scene that looks like it's set in the same house, so this could be Andre up against Sam. Sam built up his trust with Emma, something which it seems as though he's not able to do with everybody, so he may not respond well to people that he's not familiar with, even though Andre may be on the same side as him. However, upon Sam finding out about his brother dying, that might incite the rage that's within him. After this, there was then a scene of what looked like Sam lying on the floor covered in blood. I feel this could be immediately after he breaks out of the facility, as he seems to have the grey jumper on that they wear whilst inside of the woods. The next shot that we had was of Marie covered in blood again. We saw the other side of this scene in the main trailer for the show, and it seemed as though the individual that was on the other side was Rufus. And she made his you-know-what explode, so that's something that's definitely going to be interesting to see. Because judging by the history of this show and the boys, everything will most likely be shown to us. It was then followed by Jordan in a dorm room, and because of a shot later on down the line, it looked as though they were talking to Marie. Marie is in the same outfit that she was in during the next shot, so I think this is probably before they head over to the house that Sam was in. After this, there was then another shot in the kitchen, and it was of Marie lying on the floor surrounded by utter mess, which makes me think that this is going to be a key part of the episode, and a scene that has everybody involved in it. As the trailer then progressed forward, there was then a scene of Andre's father looking over at his son in a way that made him seem as though he knew that something was up with him, and that it probably involved the woods. Judging by what Andre's father said to him last week and the fact that we saw him on the call that was with Cate, he's very much involved in the exploitation and inhumane treatment that occurs in the woods. The next line in the trailer that we heard was delivered by Jordan, and they said, "We don't know who's in on it," meaning the stuff that goes on in the woods underneath Godolkin. But judging by Andre's clenched fist as he looked upon the statue of his father, and then the fact that he proceeded to crush the statue's head, it seems like Andre is going to be drifting more and more from his father as time goes on, as he's most definitely not going to be agreeing with it and will be disgusted when he learns of his father's direct involvement. Andre's father made his position clear in the trailer as well, when he said to his son that he wouldn't be able to save him, most likely alluding to the fact that Andre was going to be continuing to look into everything that was going on. The next line that we had was from Cate as she said, "We're in over our heads," which was something that she said to Andre, so it shows that she's probably going to be the logical thinker of the group and understand the risks. She has risks every single time that she uses her powers, as she gets weaker, so it does make it right that she's the one that thinks like that. The following shot was of Andre and Jordan inside of the house, and it seemed as though they were trying to crush Sam behind a refrigerator. However, seeing as though the back wall is still intact, Sam will most likely escape and throw Andre into it, one of the first shots that we saw. It also looks as though Dr. Cardosa is going to be pleading with the group when they unexpectedly show up, as the way that his hands were positioned, it very much looked as though he was cornered from all angles. Then we saw Sam being pushed through the air. I'm kind of thinking that it might be Jordan when they're in the form of a girl, and considering that in the final shot we saw Marie stood behind them and they looked smaller than Marie, I feel it could be them. With Emma saying a lot is happening, the trailer then concluded with Marie utilizing her powers most likely on Sam. It's safe to say that a lot is definitely going to be happening in the next episode, and the trailer did a good job at highlighting that. There's going to be division amongst the group as they look to convince Sam that they're on his side. However, with Sam getting some devastating news about his brother, it's most likely going to cause an eruption. With only a couple of days to go, bring it on. So, there you have it, Gen V Episode 4 trailer explained. If you want to see more videos such as endings explained, theories and predictions and character breakdowns, then click on the I button. Or alternatively, you can head over to my channel where you'll find them all. If you'd like to give me a show or movie that you'd like me to review, then head over to my Twitter, @BrainPilot_, and tweet me what show or movie you'd like me to review next. And finally, if you'd like to see what I rate the latest movies that don't quite make the cut to getting a dedicated video, then head over to my Letterboxd profile. It's where I rate the latest releases in real time. What do you think will happen next? Leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you next time.